Hey guys and girls, how's it going, and welcome to another episode of the Diamond Gear with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always. We're back, and me and Nemson have been really busy. Well, mostly Nemson, but I've been making things. You can see stuff's happening. I've made loads more Ender IO stuff. We've got a big capacitor bank now, a 4-block capacitor bank, which holds a huge 20 million RF inside this guy, so it's pretty big. And I've got my Sterling generator down here, which pretty much is doing nothing, and I was just putting all the excess power into the capacitor bank. But now we have our sag mill, which is awesome, we have our painter, and we have our alloy smelter, all set up to just automate and do their things. And if I go into my... Okay, right, there's a story behind this, because Lewis's fantastical bag of fan is not meant to be called that. It's meant to have another name. It was meant to be Lewis's fantastical bag of fancy things. And it let me do that inside the anvil up there. Let me take you to the study that Nemson's made. This is the study. Doesn't it look very fancy? Indeed, he's put all these cool little blocks in here from Chisel and all this stuff. It just looks very nice, doesn't it? This is where we're keeping all of our books, our enchanted books. And up here is the anvil. And yeah, it lets you write it in, but then when I do it, it shortens it down to Lewis's fantastical bag of fan. So that's now what it's going to be called from now onwards, I guess. Yeah, probably. So the base is looking pretty good. Nemson's pretty much finished it off now. He's added all the glass in, all that good stuff. We've got some lights. We've got this area up here, the study. If I take you out here, I'll take you to the terrace. And we have all of these guys, the essence berries. And we just come up now and then whenever we log on to do some bits. We'll grab the essence berries and take those inside. We've got a barrel set up for all of those guys, so that we can use them when we need them to be able to get the experience for all the stuff. And I'm probably going to be using a fair few of these guys today to do what we're going to be doing. Now, if I take you over here as well, we've moved the smeltery, so this awesome little area in here is now the smeltery room, where we have many things are cooking. It needs some lava at the minute, but we've had much stuff happening. And with the quarry going, see, look at all the tin. Oh yeah, we're fairly rich at the minute from this quarry. I got raw ores in here, ingots, and gems and dusts. And we've still got the quarry over there that I haven't actually emptied yet, so we've got quite a bit. And I've also got the main attraction of today's episode, the jukebox. It makes a fantastic return. I did have a dog earlier as well. I went looking for a village and didn't find one. But I had a dog, and it just disappeared, so I don't know what happened with that guy. But today we're going to be making ourselves some spawners, because the good thing to do whenever you start a playthrough is to get all of the basic things, all the basic necessities sorted, and mob drops is just one of those things, really. So Nemson's been sorting out farms with his little helper blocks, which are over there. There's a fisher down that way you saw, and he's got one over that way as well doing reeds, I believe. So I'm going to sort out mobs. Now, blazes are a good source of stuff to farm. And scallywags. Well, scallywags aren't bad, but I think we're going to go for zombies. I've only at the minute got 2 of the spawners, and if I show you in here, I've got a blaze broken spawner and a zombie broken spawner, and these from Ender IO. And how these work is when you break a spawner now, if you just use a pickaxe on a spawner to break it, it'll actually drop a broken spawner. And when you combine these with a powered spawner, you can actually use it. How cool is that? So I've made this little room down here where we're going to have all of our spawnery goodness, and we can use a turtle to do the killing, and we're going to set up a few levers and switches and whatnot so that we can manually turn it all on. And if we want blazes, we can have blazes and such. I've been tunneling this out so that it's all fairly set up and good to go for today's episode. Now, the one thing that I was thinking about is I could use water to pull them, or we can go a little bit fancy and use conveyor belts. So I decided conveyor belts because underneath us is a huge network of abandoned mine shafts, and obviously they give you rails. Now I haven't set up actually any railcraft stuff to get rails yet, but we've got loads of rails from going down there. When I went down there for 2 to 3 hours, I just knocked away at the rails and got absolutely tons of them. And these guys are fairly cheap because they just need some rails, some iron, and some redstone, and that gives you 8. So you get 8 of these for 6 rails, so it's not bad. And these work just like the MFR ones, where you place them down like such, and then when you stand on them, it pushes you in that direction. And one thing I've noticed in a single player world is that it does work with blazes fairly well as well. So I know a lot of people used to use the blazes with the water because it just works nicely. And you can see on here that it's got little arrows saying which way it goes. We can move them back like this. And, oh, I might have to just jump in here a tad. Whoop. There we go. So we're going to go around and we're going to lay all of these down. And the mobs are going to spawn on these. It's going to be beautiful. And then we're going to have a turtle that's going to do all the killing for us. And we're going to separate all the loot into a barrel. We have a nice little barrel system for all of the loot. And I hope I've got enough of these. I don't know if I have any more rails. So hopefully we're near. But that's how it's going to work. They're going to come along here, they're going to do their thing, and they're going to fall into there. We need to make sure the spawners are at least too high, otherwise the mobs are going to get trapped behind them, which we definitely don't want. And we needed to make sure as well that there's adequate room to the sides of this room and above the room so they don't just randomly spawn anywhere. Hence why I've dug it down a little bit, because right above us is the house. In that direction you can see the floor, but here it's just outside, and from where the spawners are at the minute, which are going to be where the dirt is and where the roof is, they shouldn't be able to spawn, so we should be fairly good. So I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, let's maybe put down some torches somewhere. Let's just place some torches around here and there. There we go. And the spawners themselves aren't that expensive. They're not bad. It's just powering the guys, but we've got some photovoltaic cells for that, so I'm pretty ready. I'm prepped. I've got photovoltaic, and I've got a capacitor bank to store up some extra juice, because while they're not running, we might as well store the juice that we're getting. So let's go and make these spawners. Yes, I am very excited to be doing this. So let's go. Oh, and we'll do this, and we're gonna flip a tune because it's time to. You know, we got the music. We have to play the music now. Nemson's going to hate it, but that's just the way it is. Alright, so let's check these guys out. So we want 2 of these, some powered spawners. And for these we need basic capacitors, machine chassis, some heads, and some vibrant crystals. Now the good thing with the heads is we need the regular Minecraft ones, but Ganny's actually adds in a load of extra head drops, so we get these fairly easily. Electrical steel, vibrant crystals. The vibrant crystals are the one thing that are slightly expensive because we need vibrant nuggets, which you get from vibrant alloy. But yeah, overall it's not too bad. You just need to make sure you've got emeralds. And luckily the quarry's got us some emeralds. That's why I went out to find a village to see if I could get myself some villagers. That's why I grabbed some golden lassos, because I was going to go and get myself some villagers, but I just couldn't find any. It sucked badly. But hey, it's fine. We got a quarry for that. So let's do this. We have some of these guys. We're going to need some machine chassis. So I believe we're going to need some iron bars. And we're going to need some iron, which makes these guys. There we go. We'll grab a couple of those. And we're going to need some basic capacitors and some steel. Have I got capacitors? I have. Lovely. Alright, so we've got the capacitors, we've got the machine chassis. We need the electrical steel, which I may have. I think I'm going to need some more, because each one of these requires 4, doesn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to need some more of these. So that's iron, coal, and silicon. Easy. Have I got silicon? I have. Lovely. Alright, so silicon, iron, and coal. Get some coal. And some iron. And let's get this cooking. So, coal, iron, silicon. Do your thing, Mr. Furnace. This guy is amazing. He just works so well. One thing I've noticed with the Stirling generator is before I hooked all of this up, because if I go into here and get my tools bag and grab my Yeta wrench, you'll see that I've used a painter so that we can put the blocks behind it. So all of these here are actually conduit facades, like that, and then we've got the blocks going behind them like such. And the conduit facades aren't actually that expensive, they're not that bad. You just need some of these guys, and do this. And that gives us a conduit facade. And then what we can do is we throw it in the painter with the block that we want. So at the minute I've got the black stained clay in there, so we throw the conduit facade in there. It will use up a little bit of power, and it will make us a black stained clay facade, like such. Look pop it down. There we go. And when we go hold over it with a Yeta wrench, or pretty much any of the Ender IO stuff, it becomes invisible like this, so you can see through it. Pretty cool, right? If we grab ourselves some wires, let's get a wire out of here. Let's get some energy conduits. There we go. We can now pop these inside like that, and when I go off, they disappear. Pretty cool, right? But that's not it. You can put a load of different things in there. So Ender IO has not just energy conduits, we have liquid conduits, we have redstone conduits. There's absolutely tons, and they all fit inside one block. That's the joy of the Ender IO. So let's grab this guy. I'm going to take this back, and that can just sit in there. There we go. Okay, right, so how are we doing? Electrical steel, we've got 8. We've got just enough to make these guys now, I believe. So this. Oh, we need to grab ourselves as well some heads, don't we? So let's go get some heads from out here. Luckily, we got a couple just sat around doing their thing. So we'll take a zombie head and a witherskelly head. There we go. And we're going to need some more vibrant crystals, aren't we? So I'm going to need some vibrant alloy, which I believe is some ender pearls and some of this stuff. Some of this. Let's have a look. Oh, we've already got 5 in there anyway. That's fine. So we'll grab these. Let's turn some of these into nougats. And we'll pop the rest. Back in the barrel. Oh, should we listen to something different? I'm feeling something different coming on right here. Let's listen to some more blocks, Strad, Malahai. There we go. Alright. So, let's get our emeralds and make a couple more of these. Good stuff. And hopefully it's going to work now. So there's 1 and 2. Cool beans. Alright, so this is going to be fairly expensive on the old levels because it does take 30 for every one of these that we combine with a broken spawner. So it's going to be a little bit expensive, but that's why we've got all of the stuff upstairs. So let's go and see if we can do this. Hopefully we have enough of these berries. So let's grab one lot. Yeah, we got more than enough. Alright, so there's 1. So let's do the first one. Let's get blazes. So we want our powered spawner and our broken blaze, and that's going to give us a powered spawner at the cost of 30 XP. So it's pretty expensive, but it does say blaze on there, so you can see what you're looking at, which is pretty cool. So let's do this again. Gonna need another load of these. There we go. Lovely. And we'll do the zombie one. So I've got a load of poisonous spider ones downstairs, but I don't really want to use those. So let's do that, and bam. Okay, right, so we've got most of the stuff we need. I've got a load of red alloy wires of the socketed and the other type. We're going to also need, let's have a look in here. Let's go to my wires. So we've got red alloy wire, we've got bundled cable, which is basically different types of insulated, and string, which can hold all of the different types. We'll go through that in a minute. And then we've got some white insulated and some yellow insulated of this stuff. If you don't know how to make red alloy ingots, it's basically some red iron compound, which is iron with redstone around it. And that's how you make the red alloy wire as well. You get loads for each one as well, so it's just fairly cheap, really. But we're going to need to do a couple of things. So I'm going to need some white insulated and some yellow insulated. We're going to make a couple of these ones. And we're going to need some bundled cable. So let's get 5. Is 5 going to do it? Let's go with 4. Yeah, 4. Alright. And if we go back into here, inside my tools chest, let's get rid of these for the time being. I should have my saw, my diamond saw. And with this, we're going to make some pretty funky things. So let's get some oak wood strips. And we're probably going to need some more of these. So let's see how many we can grab. So do this. Oh, no, that's not right. That's fine. We can still do it this way. There we go. We've got 32 of those. So if we do that, and then we put these in here, we get ourselves framed yellow insulated wires. And I'm going to need these. So we'll do those. And let's see if we've got any more wood. We have. Lovely. So let's cut this stuff up. There we go. And we'll do the same with these. And now we're fairly set. So let's put away this stuff that we don't need for the time being. So I don't need my diamond saw. We don't need this stuff. And I don't need my conduit facade, so that can go back over here. There we go. Alright, so let's have a sleep, and then we'll put this guy together. I think we've got most of the stuff we need to do this, so it should work fairly nicely. I might need some levers, though. So let's grab some levers before we go downstairs. We need some sticks and some cobblestone. Alright, I think we might just be set. Although I could do... Oh man, I'm thinking of so many cool ideas as we do this. Let's go and grab, so we can do this downstairs. Let's get a crafting table. There we go. Alright, now we can do all this downstairs. Save me having to come up and down all the time. So... let's pop this guy down here. Alright, so what we're going to have coming down here first is going to be a couple of things. So let's go into our tools. And no, I don't want tools. I want my wires. There we go. So we're going to want some bundled cable. We're going to want some red alloy wire. And we're going to want these guys. Okay, so first things first. We'll have some bundled cable right there. And then we'll have this coming off of here. Like so. And then from here, we're going to have our different type of coloured cables coming off of this. So hopefully if we do it this way, we shouldn't have any bits of, horrible dirt anywhere, which nobody likes. So let's start with popping down our powered spawner here. And we'll pop the other one here. There we go. Good stuff. And now we're going to want to bring them along. Actually, I might even change that. Yeah, I'm going to change that. I don't want that one there. Let's put, instead of that, we'll put down some of these. So, we'll put that there. And we'll use our red one, or our white one. There we go. There. And some redstone. Bam. Bam. Cool. Alright. So now, how these bundled cables work is basically, because we can have all the different types of wires with Project Red, so we can have the regular red alloy wires, which send through your redstone signal, but you can also make the insulated of different types. And when they're a different coloured insulated type, they won't match. They won't kind of join together like you would with regular redstone. And when you have yourself a bundled cable, that can take the signal from all different colours and shove it into one block, basically. But to activate the different colours, you have to bring it off at the different end, which we'll do down there. So we're going to have that guy come out of there. Oh, I might actually need a load more of these, thinking about it, of the bundled type, if we're going to bring it along that way. Oh, actually, maybe not. We might not need that. Alright, let's do this. So, I'll have this one there. Let's bring it up again. And on here, I'm going to do this. So let's put that guy there. And is it going to connect? It might do if we do this. No. Let's try bringing it down one. Alright, let's go up. Oh, oh. I'm block jumping. Okay. Right, let's see if this wants to do the trick. We might have to put something around here. Are you going to connect? No. Alright, I got a plan. Let's do this instead. Alright, so now that we've got that, we should be able to connect these either side. So let's put one here. That's not going to work. Let's do that one there, and we'll have a red, or the white one, on this side, but I need to get round to it. Oh, it's a squeeze! Let's go around a tad. Right, can I do this? I believe in myself. Oh, 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 oh. Oh my god, I don't believe we just managed to do that. So these are going to come along here. Like, oh god, now it's going to break. Now it's going to break. This is so hard when you're inside, when you're on top of one of these conveyor belts. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I am going to kind of mess around with these for a sec, and we'll be back to finish this up. Alright, so I think I've got this wired up how I want it to be. So we've got this guy coming up here. It goes into there and then splits. And we've got the two wires coming down through here, which will lead to these levers. Like so. Very nice. I would have liked to have more bundled cables, but the bundled cables are a little bit more expensive, so we'll just do it like this for the time being. So we'll see if this works. I'm going to leave it open for a minute, just to make sure that I've got it all right, but I think we're looking fairly good. So, next thing is to try and, you know, fancy this up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our, I'm going to grab this guy. Let's go into my tools and get my diamond saw, and let's cut up some cobblestone. Alright, because the one good thing about all of the Project Red stuff is it's very much multipart compatible. So it means we can throw these guys down. So I can put one here, like this, and I can still connect them together. How funky is that? So we can do that, and then we will put this guy here, like so. So that's all looking good to me. I think we're fairly set, so we can remove all of this cobble. I'm going to leave this little area open for the time being, just so I can get along, as it's, you know, a little bit easier. And now we need to do the power side of things for it to work. So I'm going to go onto these, and I'm going to tell these guys they're not always active. They'll be active with a signal. So at the minute, they're not going to be doing anything. Alright, so let me go up top, and I'm going to grab some more cables, because I don't think in my wires bag at the minute, let's just double check, we've got enough of this to work. Tools, pipes maybe? No, we got 20. Maybe that's enough. Alright, let's give this a try. So, let's go around the back. And I might use facades for this. So we'll do this. Connect these guys together. Oh, 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 wait. This is so hard. We can do up there. I wonder if I should use facades for that. I feel like I should, you know? Alright, let's put this like that. And this one here. Oh. Oh, I got this. Almost, probably. Hey! Alright, yeah. Let's go get some facades, and we'll finish this guy up. Alright, so I've got some conduit facades. Let's throw these guys down. So the first one is probably going to go here, I believe. So we're going to have to facade that one. And let's put another one here. Good stuff. And probably like this. Cool, I like. Alright, let's grab our energy conduits, and we should be able to go straight down into here, so we should be able to layer these like this. And then on top of here, we'll have all of our solar panels, so let's do this. We'll grab our solars. I'm probably actually only going to use 3, because I would like to save a couple of them, so we'll have that like that. And now it looks all hidden away and nice, doesn't it? So when we do that, we'll be able to see down there and such, and it just makes it look that little bit nicer. So there we go, there's that. I'm going to need to get some diamonds for my turtle, because we're going to need some of that stuff. And I've got some glass cooking up as we talk, because we're going to need glass as well to seal off the front. I do like to see what's going on inside my spawn rooms. I don't know why, it's just one of those things, isn't it? So let's get some diamonds from the quarry. And I think we've got a few. Yeah, we've got those guys there. What else have we got? Some stuff. Stuff. Lovely. So this will be enough to make our melee turtle that we're going to use to beat up all of the guys. And I'm hoping at the minute that the redstone controls has worked. Otherwise, our downstairs is currently being flooded with blazes and zombies. And I really hope that isn't the case, because that would suck very much. So let's go grab our glass, let's make our sword, and get our melee turtle together. I've made a turtle already, so that's good to go, but we need to give it a sword so it can do all the damaging and stuff. And I'm pretty sure I've put some glass on to cook. Have I put glass on? I have. Cool. Alright, so let's make a diamond sword for our little turtle, eh? There we go. And one melee turtle. Cool. And we're going to need loads of glass. So I think I've got some more in here. I have. Cool. Let's make our way downstairs and see if we're almost ready. It's so much back and forth when you do little kind of medium projects like this, but I do like it. Yeah, so they're turned off at the minute, which is good. So it means the redstone controls are working. If we have a look, they should be filling up with power as well, which they are. Good stuff. So let's go around and seal this place off a tad. Oh, let's jump up here. Because I don't want them spawning in the walls or anything like that, because that would be a disaster. So that's all looking good. Oh my god, it's so hard to walk on these things. Cool. Alright. So when the guys come down here, we're going to have our melee turtle stood around here beating the guys up. So he's probably going to go there like that. I do like that. And then here we'll do the stuff to get him going. And we can put a lever as well for our turtle to work. So let's do that. Actually, do I want the lever there? Should I have it on the left? Yeah, we'll have it on the left. Okay, right, so let's do the fun stuff. So we'll call it startup. It should be running anyway, but I'm going to call it startup just in case the server gets restarted for whatever reason. And we're going to want to make it a little more fancy, so we're going to add a little bit of redstone control to it, which is always fun. So let's do, while true do, and then we're going to put our redstone input in. So while.redstone. So get input like that. Let's make sure I'm writing all correctly. I am. Good stuff. And we want it on the left of the turtle because that's where our lever is. So let's put that like that. And so that means that while it's getting a redstone signal from the left, the turtle is going to attack. What a lovely little turtle that we'll have. And then we'll have him sleep for a little bit. So let's have him sleep for one. There we go. Cool stuff. And we'll get it to repeat slightly. So we'll do another sleep. And we'll have that as 0.5. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, it seems fine to me. Alright, and then we'll end it. So, nice and easy. Let's do that. And we'll save it. And exit. Cool. And start up. Starting up. Unexpected symbol. Alright, I did a slight derp. A very easy derp to make. You don't actually have a dot there, so yeah. Good stuff. So let's save that guy. And we'll exit. And let's run startup. Bam. Cool beans. Right, he's doing his thing. So now we've got that like that. We're going to want a pipe coming out of this guy with all the good stuff that he collects. So I'm going to make myself a wooden transport pipe, I think, just to pull the stuff out. We'll go with Buildcraft because Buildcraft is just, you know, nice and easy and you don't have to worry about it. So we'll have one pipe coming out of here like that. And let's have a redstone engine, probably here. We'll turn that on. Good stuff. Let's make some cobblestone transport pipes to go with that. Cool. And we're going to want some barrels, aren't we? So let's make some barrels. So we'll grab a load of wood and do this. I'm not really too sure how many barrels I'm actually going to want, but we'll start with probably a few more than that. Let's go with 7. Seems like a round number to me. I like that one. Let's make some of these, some oak wood slabs. We're going to need another lot. There we go. And let's make our barrels. Oh, looks like we're making 6 today. No worries. Okay, right, so we've got our barrels like that. Let's bring this back a little bit more so that we can put our barrels in there. There we go. So we'll have 1 barrel here. Actually, do I want that back even more? I think I might have that come back a little bit more. Yeah, so let's bring our pipe out here. And we'll have 1 barrel here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And our output is going to be this chest. So I know that if we get anything in this chest, we need more barrels. Or we need to set up some sort of, you know, some sort of dump chest or something so that we can deal with all the extra rubbish that we get. Alright, cool. So I think we're fairly set. Let's get this area glassed up a little bit, so we don't have too many bad guys. We're going to need to put down our other ones of these as well, aren't we? Our conveyor belts. So let's lay down our conveyor belts. There we go. And it's like this. There we go. Cool. And let's fill this up with glass. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Nemson's going to come along at some point and pretty this up. That seems to be his thing. I don't really do pretty that well. But, well, that's just a thing, isn't it? Do we want to get rid of those? It's probably going to be a good idea to get rid of these as well, isn't it? So let's go around and get rid of the torches. I'll actually do this. There we go. I'm not 100% sure if torches actually make a difference with these spawners, but I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? So that's all looking good to me. I actually can't get in here with this conveyor belt. It's just having none of it. You know what? We'll just break this. It's fine. There we go. So I think we could be set. Almost. Probably. Hopefully. Let's put down some more torches over here. Alright, so we'll flip that. The turtle should be doing his work. Actually, let's leave it off for the time being so we can see what we're doing. And let's see if this works. So we'll flip that switch and nothing is happening. Alright, we might need to switch these out for these guys. Let's have a look. Wires. Let's switch them out for some red alloy wire. See if that does the trick. Because sometimes they don't like being like that. So we'll do that. And oh, there we go. Let's turn the music down a little bit. Master volume. There we go. All right, so we've got blazers. That's a start. Let's do this. Let's put this one here, but I don't really want those touching. So let's grab let's go grab something from up here quickly. Let's go into our tools. Get our sword. Okay. So let's pop a wooden strip up here. And now they shouldn't connect. Lovely. And if I flip that one, we got zombies. Lovely jubbly. And if I flip this, we got dead guys. Awesome. I like. Look at all the things. Look at all the things. Oh, we should probably sort out the experience as well. Oh no, if you just stand here, the experience gets to you. Good stuff. Alright, so it's working. We're getting stuff. Things are happening. The guys are going in the right direction. I hope they're going to go into the correct barrels. They should do in theory. So if we set that to that and that to that, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Unless some of it's gone here. I don't think it has. We've got a blaze right here. Let's pop that there. Have we got any stuff falling down there? We haven't. We're good. Mr. Turtle got anything? Nope, Mr. Turtle is good. Let's do this. So if we do that and lock these. And there we go. So I think that should be working just fine. Let's try this one more time. Let's block this up. And if we want blazes, we'll hit this one. So let's make a couple of signs as well so we know what we're looking at. So if we get some sticks and some signs. So this one is blazes. I like how you see the little green light come on when it's working. That is pretty cool. That's zombies. Alright, so that one there is zombies. And this one must be blazes. Blaze. Cool. So that's going to do all of its things. So now if we flip this one, we should get blazes. Hopefully. Probably. Please. Oh man, those spawners just look really cool, don't they? Check them out. I like how it looks like a regular spawn with all these mechanical bits added around the side and whatnot. It does look funky. Oh yeah, look at all those blazes. Getting all the things I like. Well, there is actually one last thing for us to do before we're finished, because that is now up and running and looking good. I'm pretty sure Nem's going to come along and fancy it up. That is his thing. But one last thing that I want to do before we finish this is I'm going to break this and I'm going to put in our capacitor bank. Poof. There we go. So now, because the spawners have an internal buffer of their own, they can accept so much power, but they do go through it quite fast. Its internal buffer isn't that much. So if we put down a capacitor bank here, this guy's going to fill up while the spawners aren't running, and that means during the night time we can still use the spawner because we'll have loads in here, because these capacitor banks hold tons. 5 million RF for one capacitor bank, and obviously you've seen the 4-block one in there. As you add more, they get like a big multi-structure block, and you can add tons of these guys to make loads of stuff. So that's gonna do that for us. If we have a look under here, it should still be connected. Yes, it is. Alright, I think we're gonna call that a success, guys. If we need to add any more spawners, we can do. We just need to add different color wires and maybe bring the sides out a little bit. We could actually have one to the front and one to the back, and now it still works just fine because there's more than enough room here to stop the guys from spawning. So I'm going to say we win. Cool beans. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one, as always. And goodbye.